2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the Fedex Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
And from about 105 yards...
Well, that's a lovely approach and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first. All right, Henny, what's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Oh, just missed.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
He's currently tied for 9th. The second at TPC Summerlin is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Well struck. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Going with the 8-iron here.
This one is all over it.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Looking really good.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Looks good.
Well done. Take the birdie. Currently 1 under for the event. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way.
That doggle hunt.
The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. Wonderfully played. Sitting at 1 under.
Currently tied for 5th place. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, well done. Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Okay, let's get back to the action. And he's down there. You got a read?
Has to putt this one downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. The 5th at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III. And there it goes from the sand. Let's return to live play now. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That's frustrating. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. A wonderful shot, well played, a chance for birdie here at the 6th. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Ooh. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Lovely effort that. From around 120 yards here. He's 2 shots back.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Just a simple tap in for birdie. To the top 5 he goes. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Currently a couple under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3, playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Oh, so close. An opportunity to make their par. And after that hole, The standings have this player in second place, behind Tiger Woods.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Rich, I know you love being here in Vegas, perhaps for different reasons than watching the golf tournament, but while we're here at the tournament, tell me a bit more about Shriners' impact on the game and this entire region.
Luke, I fail to see what you mean by that. I think Vegas is a very nice, wholesome city that I do enjoy coming to visit, but the golf course is fantastic. It's held at TPC Summerlin every single year, and it used to be the venue where they had the last round, but now every round is here, and I think the players enjoy that. I think they like being at the same golf course each and every day. They get a feel for it, and I think that's why the scores historically year in and year out are so much lower than they were in the past. I think it's a really good opportunity to go out there and make a ton of birdies, but that's not the easiest thing to do, is it? Getting comfortable making 7, 8, 9 birdies around. Some players don't have that comfort zone. And so I'm always interested to see the players that get into that zone each and every day and are making that many birdies to see if they can sustain it for 4 straight days.
Harold Varner III setting up his next shot.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Around 110 yards to go. Just 1 stroke off the lead. And hitting yet another green here today.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Just didn't drop. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Looking good so far.
The leaderboard has them sitting in second place, behind Tiger Woods.
Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole. Par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Well played, mate. Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
That was wonderfully done. This shot from 120 yards
is currently tied for the lead.
That's a pretty handy shot. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Here's HV3.
Ooh, that almost went down. Just 3 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par.
And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
What a gargantuan tee shot.
Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour. And we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella, and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods that then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
That'll sting a bit. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
That will work. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here, or even an eagle. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Putting for a par here.
And the putt drops, now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
With just a small sliver of a lead, this could go any different direction down the stretch.
That is a touch of class from the bunker.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club, because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well, because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Playing this shot from about 230 yards out.
Currently in the lead by a shot.
Opting for the 3-wood. This one looks like it'll safely make the green. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Okay, steady now. A 7-footer right here.
This is their look at birdie.
That starts off on a good line.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's 2nd.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate.
Going with the 5-iron here. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th, and sets up another putt inside birdie range. Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
And that will move him to 6 under par.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And with this putt, he will win the event.
Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.